Well, here it is on a Monday afternoon, the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show. Head coach and athletic director Sammy Burnett. Not sure how this is working because we're supposed to be on the road to
traveling
Breckenridge right now.
Mm-hmm.
Heading up for a little late
volleyball playoff volleyball action against Iowa Park in Breckenridge at 7 o'clock. You still got time. Get in your car and get going.
That's right. It's about an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's
not
not that
bad.
bad.
So if you leave now, you'll get there. And good luck to the Lady Lions. You know, Derek was doing some research. 17 of the last 18 years, Lady Lions have been in the volleyball playoffs.
That's awesome.
That's a great number.
Yes, it is.
And last year went 2 rounds deep, of course, under Coach Smith. And I don't know if you have the ticket information for that, but I think all tickets are online at brownwoodisd.hometownticketing.com. I could tell I needed to do that.
I don't know where that's the first time.
Yeah.
You go to brownwoodisd.org is where /athletics is where you get tickets.
You can do that too. Okay. Anyway, tickets online, $5.
Yep.
That's all.
brownwoodisd.org /athletics.
Yeah, it's a beautiful gym, so come on out and support your Brownwood Lady Lions tonight. Well, Coach, I know you're talking about the FCA Challenge in a moment. Congratulations. Lions going back to the football playoffs after a big win over Waxahachie Life on Friday. You've studied the film, and tell me what you've seen that you really like, maybe some things to work on.
I thought offensively we executed well. I thought we sustained some good blocks. I thought we ran the ball and read the ball well. And just the couple of times we got behind the chains because of a couple of holding penalties, I think is the difference in us punting. So all in all, I was really pleased offensively. Defensively, I thought we did a good job as well. Times that they moved the ball was either lost containment, busted missed tackle, things like that. It's just things that can be fixed. So I thought our kids played really well. I thought they played well in the special teams game. So all in all, I think they're coming around and coming together, and we got to continue to grow and fix the little things that are keeping ourselves from being successful, because it wasn't Waxahachie Life that stopped us. It was us, and it was not them. I mean, they did some good things, but if we do what we're supposed to defensively, we're off the field and make them punt more. So we're going to have to do that to try to play with the Steenville team or try to play with the Kennedale or Benbrook or whoever it may be in the first round of the playoffs. So we got to continue to grind and get better at what we do and work hard so that our kids believe they can accomplish those goals.
Conlon had another big game, 230 yards, but just watching from my view, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is one of the best games our offensive line has played all year. They dominating.
And the defensive line I won't keep wanting to say Kennedale, from Waxahachie Life was good, and they were stunting their linebackers, and we were picking it up. I just think they're coming together, and I think they work good as a team, as a unit, and they make our team stronger. We've been able to run the ball on everybody. No one has stopped us from running the football. Other than way early in the year when we laid an egg against a Greenwood and a Wiley team, but when we're on and we're doing what we're supposed to, they do a good job of moving the football, and we dictate what happens. I think the other night, chances passing average doesn't look good, but it wasn't his fault. I mean, some scrambles and then receivers not running the right routes and doing what they were supposed to do, but it always looks like it's his fault. But I blame the receivers for that. But I thought we made some good throws and had some opportunities to make some big plays, and I just didn't get it done. But when we need to throw it, we will. And like I said, I think we're going to line up against Stevens. I think we can run the football. It's going to be a knockdown and drag out early, or it's going to be a battle, and hopefully we can wear them down, towards the end of the game and have a chance to be in it to win it.
Our defensive line played really well. When you talk about McCarty and Zayden and Cole and whoever else, Ethan boy, they played really well.
Yeah, they do. And I tell you what, Zayden Lopez has a quick motor. I mean, he goes hard. He goes extremely fast and hard, and sometimes that gets him in a little bit of trouble because he loses his gap integrity or something like that, but he's working on fixing that. And I think Quentin does a great job inside, especially for a sophomore. At times he gets high and things like that, but it's a sophomore out there doing some good things and making some good plays. And then Ethan Messina is just a football player, and then Cole's another sophomore that's trying to learn and master that position. It's a grind for him because he hadn't played it before, but he's a big kid and he plays physical, so I think they do a good job.
Yeah, they really did. Of course, we'll get your Triple T Player of the Week in just a little bit. You've got a lot to select from, I think, from this week's game, the big win over Life. But I know we'll talk more about Stephenville Wednesday and their season they're having. But, the last two games, they've started really slow against Life. They were shut out in the first quarter. Heritage, they were down 14-0, so they've had to come back after slow starts in both their last games.
Well, I've experienced, I think, what Coach Doty's going through, to be honest. I mean, when you're 9-0 or 8-0 and you're playing a Waxahachie Live team that's won one game, your focus and practice probably isn't strong. When sometimes you can get overconfident and your practices aren't run as well as you want them to be run because your kid's mentality. Sometimes a coach will tell you when you're 9-0, losing late is actually helpful.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's going on over there, but they did start slow. But you know what? They've caused turnovers. I think that's how they beat La Vega, multiple turnovers, and I think that's how they got Heritage was multiple turnovers. I know they had a scoop and score from about 97, 98 yards, and then the quarterback scrambled, and then they knocked the ball out of his hand and got another turnover. So I think their MO is creating turnovers on defense and having short fields. And Midlothian's fixing to go up, 21-10, something like that, and wind up being down 17-14, something like that. So, turnovers will kill you. So you got to be prepared. No matter who you play. It's like I told our kids today, there was a time years ago when we played the number 2 team in the state. They had 3 Division I players on that team, and it was one of the games of the week in the Metroplex, so there was a ton of people in the Metroplex that came to watch the game, and we filled Rockwall Stadium, and no one in the stands thought we had a chance to win. I sat down and talked to our superintendent, and he said, "Coach, if you just keep the game respectable," I said, "we're going to win." And we felt that as a team, and a coaching staff as in a team. And if you can believe, or if you don't believe, it's not going to happen. But if you believe, you can do something, you can do it. And I expressed that to our kids this morning. If you just believe that you can go out there and win, you got it all figured out. Us practicing and going through everything we're going through, if you don't believe we're going to win, there's no reason to practice.
Yeah.
So our kids aren't scared of Stephenville. And last time we played Stephenville, our kids rose to the occasion and beat them in 7-on-7. It's the same kids out there. It's a totally different game, believe me. It's 7-on-7, but you can draw strength from that. And I think that's where your belief comes from. We just need to go out there and do what we do, and to heck with who we're playing. Just play to our potential and let the chips fall where they may and be physical. And if you don't, I can promise you there's an outcome that you will not savor.
I understand that. The district's already pretty well set. Stephenville's going to be first.
Stephenville will be 1, La Vega will be 2, or Heritage will be 3, and we'll be 4.
And we'll play the winner of Benbrook Kennedale. They play this Friday night, both unbeaten.
Both unbeaten.
I think Benbrook's lost one non-district game, but in district I think they're both 6-0.
That is correct.
They will play Friday night. We'll play the winner.
They're scheduled to play Saturday. That's weird. They're trying to get that game moved, which I wish they would, because that affects us. But that game was scheduled by Fort Worth for Saturday, and they're trying to get that moved to Friday because they got guys playing on Friday that that's their last game. They have no playoff implications. So why not move them to Saturday and move Benbrook and Kennedale to Friday? So that's the inside scoop I have. If they're playing on Saturday, I'll be there.
Yeah, absolutely. That game, I think, is at Benbrook?
Let's see, at 4th ISD.
I think so. All right, of course, Wednesday again, more talk on Stephenville. I know tickets, though, are available now if people plan to go.
Yes, remember, it's a clear bag policy, so you can't carry anything in unless it's in a clear bag that can be seen. You go to StephenvilleISD.hometownticketing.com. StephenvilleISD.hometownticketing.com to purchase your tickets. There'll be 6 for adults, 3 for students, and all tickets at the gate are $7.
And the clear bag policy is in effect, I've been told.
That is correct.
Because it's a college stadium right there.
That is correct.
So y'all keep that in mind. All right, looking forward to that. FCA Challenge is always Stephenville. Brownwood. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's basically, you can do it during the week, give money during the week if you want to, but it's to support both huddles, FCA huddles, Stephenville's and Brownwood's, and when you go in the gate, you can give money. Whoever has the most money wins the trophy, and Brownwood's done really good at that the last several years. You get to bring the trophy home, or they get to or we can bring it back home, or they can take it to their house. But basically, you can get inside the gate. They'll be passing out buckets. You can donate money. Half that fund goes to support camps for kids, for coaches and families, and then the other half goes to that huddle group to take care of things needed for every week. When you do FCA, pays for food for the kids and that kind of stuff. And our FCA director is Kurt Newton. For the last 7 years, we've done this fundraiser. It's fun for both schools and for both huddles. It benefits us all financially. And the high school coming together for FCA is more than just the rivalry. It's about all serving one Lord and one Christ, and
Amen.
It's a big deal. So all in all, anytime you have a chance to beat Steamville, do so. So take a little extra money, be ready to pass it out, and put it in the kitty, and help us take care of our kids. Like I said, it's one of the biggest fundraisers we got. It raises money for camps. It helps with the All-Star stuff. Any money that we get that we can help kids for the All-Star stuff to offset that cost. It helps with us feeding. On Monday nights, we have our FCA. We have about 80-something kids that come on a regular basis. And we buy them food and have them drink and all that kind of stuff, so it pays for all that. So it's important. So when you go to the game, be ready to pull a 5 or 10 or 100 out of your pocket and put it in the kitty. If you're not going to the game, if you want to stop by, we'll take it at our office and make sure that we get it to Kurt Newton, and it'll all go towards the total to see. They'll announce it at halftime who's won, so it'll go through the first half.
All right, good deal. All right, before we get to your Triple T Player of the Week, anything else looming on the schedule?
Let's go through the results from last week. Our Maroon team was at Waxahachie Life along with our JV. They were successful 22-8, so congratulations to Coach Clark and Coach Stacks in that group, and then Coach Denard skimmed by the skin of his teeth, and him and Coach Bailey got a win against their JV 48-0.
Wow.
And then our combined team played Stephenville's combined team and was successful 26-6. Told them be ready, be prepared, practice, because we're playing them again this next Thursday, but I think it's going to be their JVB team, which will be a good game for them. So congratulations to them, and of course the varsity one. Again, we got by-district volleyball action in
Breckenridge.
Thanks, Breckenridge at 7 o'clock. So get in your car and drive over there if you have nothing to do. We're looking for something to see. And then girls basketball scrimmages. Sorry, man, I'm having a couple of mental lapses here. Girls basketball will have their first scrimmage at Brady starting at 4 o'clock with the freshmen. So I don't know if they'll have everybody or not, because volleyball, hopefully they won't, because volleyball, that means they will have one tonight. But girls basketball's first scrimmage is Tuesday at Brady.
All right.
Well, I'm struggling, aren't I?
I could quote what Dallas said at the Gordonwood Hall of Champions. He's having a what moment?
Biden moment.
I tell you, Dallas had some zingers on Friday.
Yeah.
That was a great program.
It was a great program.
I heard so many people talk about you having your players in their blazers there, and they really appreciated that.
Sure.
I think it kind of fired them up, too.
Well, it was a great all-around banquet. I wanted our kids to see, they didn't have the only person that had an opportunity to go to the Gordonwood Hall of Champions banquet was Ethan Pacina when he was a sophomore. So none of those other kids had been there.
Wow.
So for them to get to go and see and listen to those guys that were inducted and talk about their passion for the program and what the program has done for them, not at the time, but throughout the rest of their life, and why they're successful now is because of the work ethic that they learned in high school, and for us to, it's important for our kids to see that, because it just reaffirms to them what we're doing is right, and there's no way to get around hard work. Hard work pays off. So I thought it was an awesome banquet and an awesome group of selection of men that were inducted. It was amazing. Val Rose's speech was awesome.
I was going to mention that.
I thought
it choked me up a little bit.
Me too. It was awesome. It was awesome.
I didn't realize what all Val had done, coaching and teaching for 30-something years.
You can tell a class act.
Oh, no doubt about that. And 6'6". They said in high school he was 5'8", so he didn't get to play basketball. He wanted to, but then, bam, after school.
And then he rose to 6'6". That's what I'm hoping to do. I'm 5'9", but hopefully I'll get taller.
I'm still waiting for that growth spurt myself.
Yeah, I think I'm getting to the time of life where you start settling and you get shorter.
All right, it was a great banquet. Hats off to Carter and Johnson. Oh, man, I'm having a moment, too. Bart Johnson.
Yeah.
It's rubbing off on me.
Yeah, it is. It's contagious.
Bart Johnson, always. Man, those guys do a great job. All right, Triple T Player of the Week. I can't wait to hear who this is, Coach.
Triple T Player of the Week, a young man that I thought has gained knowledge and gained confidence in himself. Always had the ability, just had some doubt. But, man, I can go back to games early in the year when frustration was setting in because he just wasn't able to do his job, but yet he didn't know how and then lacked the confidence to do so. But has become a dominant player for us on defense. Quentin Thompson, I mean, he plays safety for us. I'll give you an example. There's a point in week 2 where we're playing Greenwood and we have a safety. If he drives down and fits on the run, they don't make any yards or gain a yard or two, and yet the kid scores. And if you go back and watch film on Waxahachie last Friday night, and you see how we're fitting on the option, and he's running up there and hitting people on the line of scrimmage. It took their option game away, which is what they were big on and thought they could get us on. But Quentin McCarty had 6 tackles, 3 solos, and 1 pass breakup. He's the second leading tackler on the team. And I'm telling you, that has come from late performance in the season. He has grown so much as a player, and it's nice to see all of a sudden that light switch go on and see that confidence in a kid, and all of a sudden see him to reach his full potential. But I think Quentin Thompson is playing lights out football right now. I really do.
Oh, man, we called his name the other night. If he wasn't involved in the play, he made the play happen. He'd turn the back inside, but he had an exceptional game.
Yeah, he's tons of growth. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's nice to see.
And one of our seniors, can't wait to meet him.
He is our senior. He is the starter on our defense for our senior. Yep, he is the senior starter. Like I said, he's leading the team, second in the team in tackles with 72. He has 32 solo tackles, a fumble recovery, 4 pass breakups. But more importantly, him fitting on run has been extremely important.
All right, can't wait to have Quentin Thompson, our Player of the Week, Triple T Player of the Week, in the studio with us on Wednesday. All right, anything sports-wise before we get to I know you've been waiting to give the NASCAR report.
Yeah, and I guess the Cowboys.
Oh, nice win last night.
Game last night.
Cooper Rush.
Yeah, came back, and the Cooper connection, Cooper to Cooper, and touchdown Cowboys, let's win. Thought that was awesome.
It was awesome.
And then the Houston Astros
won.
Brought that series back to 3-2, so there's something for people to watch again another night, because if they'd have lost, it wouldn't have happened.
Back in Houston tomorrow night for Game 6. It is.
They're going to have to win the back-to-back 3 in a row, but they can do it. If any team can, they can.
No doubt. Man,
their leadoff batter's like 5'1".
Yeah, Altuve.
He's something else.
He's having a great series.
Yeah, he's a stud.
5 home runs in postseason play. He's amazing.
Yeah, he's got 20-something for a career, which is way up there. Stuckley probably knows all those stats.
He is Mr.
That's pretty good series to watch because they're 2 equal teams. But then if you want to talk about NASCAR, help me figure out how a guy can get second.
What is he doing up there?
Kyle Busch, he's hacking on because Kyle Busch got eliminated. They have one more race to determine the championship, and he got eliminated last night. He finished second, and he finished ahead of every one of those guys on that list, but did not get in the playoffs. So what will happen is they have one more race. That race, of those 4 guys, 2 of those are her guys, Hendrick Motors with Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson, and the other 2 are Joe Gibbs Racing, which Joe Gibbs, if that name rings a bell, used to be the head coach of the Washington Redskins.
Can I take a guess at who that is?
Yeah.
The tall one, I think, is Denny Hamlin.
That's Denny Hamlin, and the one on the far right is Martin Truex Jr.
You got that.
So you got Joe Gibbs Racing going against Hendrick Motorsports. So it's going to be a pretty good battle. I like all 4 of those guys, to be honest. I root for all of them except for Star. But no, I actually, I like Kyle Busch. I do, because when I first got into racing, he was the guy that they said couldn't win because he broke his ankle. He was too far behind. There was no way he'd get in the playoffs, and he won 7 races and got in and won the championship. So for me, a guy that didn't know anybody, watching him, I'm like, oh, that's my guy. So he's been my guy. But I do like Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson. And I like Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex Jr. So if I was rooting for one, I mean, I hate to say this, but if I was rooting for it, I'd probably be rooting for Larson, and then my second wish would be Elliott, to be honest. Even though I'm a Joe Gibbs Racing fan, he's a Christian man and leads all of his organizations that way. So, but whoever wins, it's going to be good since Kyle can't.
All right. So the last race is Sunday.
He got 5th.
Okay.
He finished 5th overall.
Okay. So last race is Sunday. For those who may not know what we're talking about, on the video, she's showing a picture of those final
the video.
four. Huh?
They need to watch that video.
Watch the video. All right.
That's your Monday evening NASCAR report.
I'm going with Chase Elliott.
Speaking of NASCAR, we better get in ours and get on the road and get to Breckenridge, or we ain't gonna miss the game.
That's right. We're going to take the private jet. Who's driving the chopper? Helicopter chopper. All right. Coach, a great show today.
Yes, sir.
One of these days we're going to talk about UIL redistricting. I know you're working on some things, and we'll talk about that another day.
Boy, does it get crazy. If anybody needs a Week 5 game, we're looking. I just lost one, so had the schedule set, but no longer. Back to work.
Okay. Can you mention your 4 other non-district
games?
Well,
so far we will scrimmage Decatur first scrimmage. We'll scrimmage Lampasas second scrimmage. We'll play Wiley Week 1. We will play Wichita Falls Hershey Week 2. We will play Burnett Week 3. We will play Glen Rose Week 4. And then Week 5 is open. We have scheduled, if needed, if we're not in the same district and needed, Stephenville Week 6.
Okay, so stay tuned. But, boy, I tell you what, you got another booger bear. I can already tell you now, non-district schedule set up.
Yep. Glen Rose, I'm saying too many uhs. Glen Rose has a good team right now.
Yeah.
They're really good, and they're junior heavy. So next year they'll be senior heavy. Hershey's ranked in the top 10 right now, and they're going to be really, really good. Wiley's going to have a good team. Burnett's going to be better. So it's going to be some tough rows to hoe early next year. But, man, I just think iron sharpens iron. If you want to beat whatever district we're in, if you want to be competitive, you can't play muffins. Right. You got to play good football teams, and that's what we got on our schedule. So, like I said, we're excited about it. Unexcited, we lost Godly. They called me today and backed out after they committed about a month ago. So we'll need to find someone else to replace them.
I love the fact you schedule these tougher teams because, there's others that believe the other way. Get some wins and give your team confidence.
We're trying to get multiple people, and it's just difficult to fill the schedule. It really is. So we'll find somebody, or we'll be open until it comes down to the bitter end, and someone will have to have a Week 5, and we'll have to play them. That's just how it'll be. It may be La Vega, so who knows.
All right, good stuff today, Coach. Anything else?
Yeah, let's thank those that make this show possible. Auto Glass Magic, Avalon Custom Homes, Brenner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bon Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Edward Jones Investment, Hendrick Medical, Highway Enterprises, Humphrey Peaks, Landmark Life, MC Bank, Painter & Johnson Associates, Smith & Sharp Agency, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, The Real Talk with Chad Valdez Podcast, Weldon Whistle Electric, Western Bank, and Willie's Tees.
All right, Coach, Wednesday we'll talk more about Stephenville and get a scouting report on them, and thank you so much.
You bet. Have a great day, Brownwood.
Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director Sammy Burnett, coaches show every Monday and Wednesday at this time here on 101.3 KOXC and video streamed on the KOXC KBWD Facebook page and KOXC.com.